of the Noorda Theatre Center here at Utah Valley University. We welcome you to the Noorda Theatre. This is a presentation of our first national winner in the Old Miner Children's Playwriting Contest. This contest has been made possible by the Tom and Mary Norris Foundation. It is named after Tom Norris, who was known to all of his grandchildren as the Old Miner. He made his fortune as a miner out in Battle Mountain, Nevada, and he always had a goal. He said he wanted to make $1 million, and he did several times over. And once he had achieved that, he thought, I could give this to my children, but he said the fun is in getting that and in seeking the treasure. And so they created a wonderful little family foundation. They give it to different causes, and they wanted to be able to offer a children's theater contest. So we sent out a call for scripts around the country. You can see and hear in the program the ones who submitted to this contest. We've got some wonderful playwrights from all over the country who submitted. All these plays were read and evaluated. Our students in our Theater for Young Audiences class participated in the final selection of the scripts. And so we've selected this play that you'll be seeing tonight, Nice and Slow by Lojo Simon. And we also have in there, I should mention, the Strike It Rich Prize that was a particular interest of the donor for plays that dealt with the lives of real children and young people. And so we're going to be doing a small residency with that next week with Miranda Giles with a play called Cold War Kids. We also have a college winner, Spicer Carr, who wrote a play called Arthur, Merlin, and That Stupid Sword, which during this week of exploration has become a Gilbert and Sullivan style operetta. So we're really excited about that. So anyway, we have a cast. Lojo has been with us she comes in from Laguna Beach, California. You'll meet her at the end of the show, and we'll have a short talk back. Our dramaturg is Mahan Rice Stewart, and he'll be leading a discussion with you. And this is a play that's designed for kindergarten through third grade audiences. It's a niche that's really underserved in the field. Being able to write with a real poetic sense of being able to have just enough words, just enough action to be able to tell a story that resonates with young people. So with no further ado, we will present our reading of Nice and Slow by Lojo Simon.
Nice and Slow, a play for young audiences by Lojo Simon. Characters: Sam, a small person. Goo, a big person, also plays Cheetah and Sam's grandparent Nani. Sloth, a sloth. Setting: Sam's room, a window, a bunk bed, a digital wall clock, an alarm clock, a child's bicycle, a chair, a Lego tower, a bookshelf filled with books, games, and toys. Morning, sun shines through the window, birds greet the day with song. Everything is idyllic, glowing, full of promise. Then a very loud alarm clock, bring, bring, bring. Several more seconds of bliss. Goo enters in business attire and roller skates, pushing a rolling countertop on which there is a mixing bowl. Goo is whisking fast as she speeds around.
I don't hear you! Sam! Sam, get up! I'm making green eggs and ham, Sam. Time to get up!
Goo exits. Sam, wearing shorts, an undershirt, and socks, emerges from a pile of blankets in the lower bunk. Sam slowly sits up.
I'm up!
Sam stretches, not much in a hurry. Goo enters, brushing her teeth with an electric toothbrush while zooming by the bed.
Get a move on, Sam!
Goo exits. Sam digs out a crowd of stuffed animals from under the covers. Sam plays.
Good morning, bird. Good morning, fish. I'm sincerely glad to see you this morning, snake. The early bird catches the worm. It's a school day. I'd rather stay home. Fish go to school every day. Well, I'm not a fish.
Alarm rings. Goo enters with a rolling laundry basket, a whirlwind of activity. Goo turns off the alarm, picks up Sam's clothes from the floor, and tosses them in the laundry basket.
Time to get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. I don't mean awake. I mean eyes open. I mean up, 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 up.
A few more
No more.
minutes?
No.
Seconds.
No. Now.
Goo exits, then zooms back in while typing furiously on a laptop perched on the rolling countertop.
But it's...
Goo stops.
Sam. I have to leave to work early today, Sam.
Goo types.
But I want to...
I have an early meeting and you have...
School.
Remember what I told you. You're not a baby anymore. You don't take naps and you don't sleep in a crib.
But I'm still a small person.
And if you're going to grow up,
To be a big person?
a responsible, educated, successful big person, then you have to...
Be on time.
And...
Go to school.
And...
Pay attention to the teacher.
And...
Do my homework.
Which what, Sam?
Starts with a good breakfast.
Goo slams the laptop closed.
2 minutes.
Goo exits. Sam lingers in bed.
When I am a big person, I am never going to...
I hope you're getting dressed.
Sam slips sleepily out of bed. Sam stretches, arms high above his head.
I am...
2 long, hairy arms reach out from the top bunk and slide a shirt over Sam's head.
If you want to be big, you have to learn to.
Brush my hair.
The hairy arm reaches down from the top bunk and brushes Sam's hair.
And brush my
The
teeth.
hairy arm brushes Sam's teeth.
And brush... What else am I supposed to brush?
Brush the sleep from your eyes.
And then I need to...
The hairy arm hands Sam a backpack.
Get my backpack on and I forgot what else.
Shoes on.
Sam looks down at his bare feet. He holds them up toward the top bunk. Some scrambling under the covers. 2 shoes fly out. They are not a match. Sam throws one back. Another flies out. It matches. Sam grabs his shoes.
Coming!
Don't forget your piano books. You have a lesson right after school.
The arm hands Sam piano music.
And your ice skates.
The arm hands Sam ice skates.
Thanks. Gotta go.
Laden down with lots of stuff, Sam exits. Long, hairy arms stretch above the bunk bed. A face emerges. A yawn. Sloth reveals herself in the top bunk. She hangs upside down.
Sam's very busy. Not me. I never go anywhere. All I do is hang around. Some days I think about going somewhere, but I never do. It'd take me forever. I'd never make it. I'm too slow. Because I'm a sloth. Have you ever met a sloth before? No. You haven't? Then let me introduce myself. I'm a sloth. Like you, I'm a mammal. I have hair and 2 arms and 2 legs and 2 feet and 2 toes on each foot. Like you, right?
No.
You have more than 2?
We have 3 more.
How many do you have?
We have 5. 3 more than you.
Some of my cousins have 6. 3 on each foot. But I just have 2. 2 here and 2 here. But it's okay because I don't walk on my feet. I can't because I don't have enough muscles in my legs. It's partly why I'm so slow. Sloths are the slowest animals on the planet. Good thing is that because I don't have a lot of muscles, I don't weigh a lot, which is good because I spend most of my time like this, up here in a tree, upside down. My arms and shoulders are very strong. Sometimes I use my arms to drag myself around, but then I get tired, so I sleep a lot. A lot. Sloths aren't lazy. We do a lot of things while we're hanging around, like dreaming and making up stories and thinking. It takes time to think, to figure things out, like math and spelling and the history of the universe. Important stuff like that. Goos call us slothful. Goos are grown-ups. G-U's. Goos. Goos think we're lazy, but we're not. We're slothful because we're sloths. But we're not lazy. Nature made us this way.
Sam enters.
Whoa, you're back already? You're faster than ever today.
School's not over. I just came back to leave this.
Sam holds up a baggie with his breakfast in it.
Is that for me?
Sam hides it under the bed.
I'm putting it here so mold can grow.
I'm not hungry anyway.
You gonna be here when I get back?
You know me, just hanging around, keeping away from the goose.
You shouldn't say goose.
Why not?
It's not a real word.
So?
My teacher says children should speak correctly, not talk like they text.
Goose think children should do a lot of things that IMHO they shouldn't have to do.
My teacher says technology makes us lazy linguists.
Sam, let's go!
I've gotta...
Slow down.
I can't. I have school.
So,
I gotta learn stuff.
there's lots to learn here.
Sam!
Like what?
Like, well, there's dreaming
That's not a real thing.
and hanging upside down.
I can do that on the monkey bars.
I can teach you about time.
Sam sees a digital clock on the wall.
I can already tell Oh no, it's 7 o'clock. I gotta go.
Actually, it's OOL.
It's not.
And pretty soon it'll be SIL and then OEL. You just have to know how to read the numbers.
You're reading it upside down.
Not the way I see it.
You're late, Sam!
I am?
Out of time for green eggs and ham, Sam.
I really have to go.
What's so important about out there?
Kids have a lot of stuff to learn so that they can be big, responsible, educated, and successful, big people.
Sloth climbs down from the bed, plops her rear end on a skateboard, and glides across the floor to a Lego tower.
Go ahead then. I'll stay here and play.
Play what?
Alone.
Without me?
I'll just play with all your toys all alone.
Do I want to play?
So stay home.
I can't.
Why not?
Because kids have to go to school.
Skip it.
And after school I have piano and ice skating.
And if you stay
I'll
home,
fall behind.
you'll stay little.
I won't learn to be responsible and educated.
Come here. Over here, I want to show you something.
Sloth reveals a large feather. She tickles Sam's nose.
Achoo! Hey! Achoo! Where are you? Achoo! Where are you?
Sloth
Achoo!
enters on skates. Sloth hides just in time.
Did I hear you?
Achoo!
I knew I heard some sneezing in here. Come here, let me look at you. Oh, let me feel your head. Oh, you're sick. No wonder you couldn't get up this morning.
I'm not sick.
Back to bed.
What?
Hop in under the covers.
But no,
No buts. You can't go to school like that, and you certainly can't ice skate in the cold ice skating rink. And what would your piano teacher think if you touched her finely tuned piano keys with your germy, snotty fingers? I'm calling the school, telling everyone you're staying home.
Goo tucks Sam back into bed.
That nose tickle did come on suddenly.
Goo makes a call on a cell phone, turning away from Sam. Sloth reaches a long arm to tickle the feather under Sam's nose.
Staying in bed is probably a good idea. Achoo! A very good idea.
I'll call your grandma, too.
I don't need Nani.
Don't talk back to me, Sam. Remember, you're a little person. You don't know yet what's best. I do. I'm grown up, and... Hello?
I mean, I don't need Grandma Nani because I'll just be sleeping anyway.
Hello? Attendance office?
Goo kisses Sam goodbye.
I'll call you from work.
Goo exits, still on the phone. Sloth emerges from the hiding place.
That was tricky.
Now we can play.
No, we can't. I'm sick.
No, you're not.
I'm not? Oh yeah, I forgot.
So get up.
What do you want to do?
Everything
Like what?
we can imagine.
I can't imagine anything.
Sloth turns Sam's bicycle upside down and sits behind the tires as if they were giant steering wheels.
Let's go on a trip. Come on, climb
In where?
in our car.
But that's my bike.
Not today, it isn't.
It's upside down.
Don't be so right side up. Climb in.
Sam climbs in.
Wait!
Sam climbs out.
I can't ride without a helmet.
Sam puts on a bike helmet.
Oh, wait. You too.
Sam can't find a helmet for Sloth, so he puts a toy drum on Sloth's head and climbs back in the car.
Okay. Wait!
Sam climbs out. He finds a jump rope for a seatbelt.
Okay. There, now we're safe. Where are we going?
Yeah, I don't know. Where do you want to go?
Not too far in case Nani comes.
Where's your sense of adventure? Hang on.
Sloth bears down on the imaginary gas pedal, and the way they drive down the straightaway and around the corners.
Okay, Sam. It's your turn to drive.
But I don't know how.
Just grab the steering wheel and press on the gas.
Sam takes over and accelerates.
Wait, this is fun!
They careen through space. Sloth lifts her long arms and holds her blanket cape out behind her as if it was being blown by the wind. Sam steers. Sloth raises up her arms as if riding a roller coaster.
I've never gone this fast before. This is great.
While Sam and Sloth drive, Nani, in a wheelchair, secretly enters behind them and turns everything on set upside down. The clock, pictures, Sam's name spelled out in letters hanging on the wall, a Route 66 sign, a Lego tower, a picture window with a view of the yard, and red rope swing hanging from a tree. Nani exits. Sam raises his arm.
Woo!
He's getting into the action. They swerve to avoid a wreck. They're jostled by the wild ride.
Where are we going?
We'll know when we get there.
Cheetah enters with red lights and siren. And pulls them over for speeding. Sam slams on the brakes. Screech!
Uh-oh.
What is it?
I hope you have a driver's license.
A driver's license for my bike?
Cheetah approaches, shines a flashlight into Sam's eyes.
License and registration?
Did I do something wrong?
Do you know how fast you were going?
No.
I clocked you at cheetah speed, which is the fastest any animal can run.
How fast is that?
About 60 miles an hour on my good days.
If you were running after me, I'd never stand a chance.
That's as fast as a car.
Well, a race car driver can go faster on a track, but you shouldn't be speeding like that. You were out of control.
I was? I didn't know because I don't really know how to drive. It's just that, well, see, I was homesick. Well, not actually sick.
Don't speak unless spoken to. Who's that in the vehicle with you?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a very, very, very slow sloth.
If you don't mind, sir, Mr. Police Officer, sir,
I'll do the talking here.
I just wanted to ask, where are we? Everything looks
The same.
but different. Everything looks
Sam turns his head upside down.
wrong side up.
Driving so fast you missed the signs?
Signs?
Cheetah points to the Route 66 sign hanging upside down on the wall. It reads 99 E-Tour.
See this? This here, its speed limit is 99.
But it's upside down.
Not according to my radar glasses.
Cheetah puts on mirrored glasses upside down.
Clocked you at 99 E-Tour.
That doesn't say E-Tour. It says...
I'll do the talking here.
E-Tour isn't even a word.
Wow, Mr. Police Officer, sir, 99 E-Tours is really, really fast.
I wasn't going that fast.
That's what they all say.
What's your hurry anyway?
He's always in a hurry, officer.
I'm not trying to be in a hurry.
And he's really not old enough to drive.
I didn't mean to.
I should give you a speeding ticket.
Please, officer.
I'll be nice. Let you off with a warning. This time.
Cheetah gives Sam a warning ticket.
I'll keep an eye on him.
Make sure you do. And remember, kid, slow down. Walk. Don't run. You'll smell a lot more roses that way.
What roses?
Cheetah exits.
That was scary.
But his radar glasses were upside down.
Oh, you almost got arrested.
Did?
Goo would be pretty angry if the police police put you in jail.
But I didn't do anything.
We better not drive anymore.
Sloth climbs out of the car, dragging her hind legs. She is very slow.
Well, what are we going to do?
Sloth sits on a skateboard. She thinks a bit. She slides slowly across the floor towards the upside-down Lego tower. She looks at it. She does a headstand.
Hey, what happened to my Legos?
What do you mean? What's wrong with them?
The clock, my paintings. Look out the window, my swing's growing up from the ground.
Sloth slides to the window. She reaches through the window and plucks the swing from the ground. When she brings it back through the window, the swing has turned into a lovely red rose, which she hands to Slam with flourish.
A rose?
Sam draws in a deep breath, inhaling the sweet aroma of the flower, while behind him, unseen, Nani appears outside the window and whistles a beautiful bird song.
What's happened to my room? Where are we?
Let's take a roll around.
Sloth lies on her back on the skateboard and looks around.
But everything's... Look at my pictures, my name.
Was.
Was what?
On the wall, it says was.
No, it says Sam. It's just upside down.
Do you know what Sam's talking about? Do things look upside down to you?
Sam tries to turn the letters right side up, but it doesn't work.
Well, I like things this way. Up with upside down with right side up with upside down with right side up with upside down with right side up.
Sloth notices Sam isn't joining in on the fun.
Sam. Oh, don't worry about it, Sam. Let's play some more.
Sloth takes off and speeds around on the skateboard.
Hey, wait up.
Sam runs after Sloth. The rose and the letters are quickly forgotten.
Wait for me.
I'm speedy. Look at me.
Die faster.
You can't catch me. Na, 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 na.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Sam and Sloth zoom around the room, crashing into things and each other until they are both exhausted. A sports whistle blows. Cheetah enters, wearing a referee's striped jersey and blowing the sports whistle.
Penalty! Penalty!
Cheetah stops the speeders.
What did I tell you about speeding?
I was just trying to catch up with Sloth.
Sloth hides the skateboard.
I couldn't have been speeding. I'm very slow.
Cheetah looks at an oversized stopwatch, upside down.
Stopwatch knows. The stopwatch says you went from here to there in under 2.2 seconds.
Wait a sec. Aren't you the referee who works at the ice rink?
Don't try to confuse me.
But before you were a police officer.
Do I look like a police officer?
No, but if you're the referee from the ice rink, you know I'm a speed skater and I'm supposed to be fast.
But you're not at the ice rink. And this isn't a racetrack.
Oh, maybe he thinks he's a sailfish.
What's a sailfish?
It's only the fastest animal in the ocean. Clocked in at speeds at over 60 miles an hour.
I don't even know how to swim.
Okay, maybe we were speeding, but I don't see anything wrong with that.
Well, it's true. We all have to move fast sometimes.
Like when we're speed skating or running a race.
But we also know how to go slow too. I mean, so we can see things clearly. I wouldn't be a good referee if I was always rocketing around. I wouldn't see everything clearly. But when I slow down, I can do my job.
I don't have a job.
Well, isn't your job right now to stay home and rest?
But I'm not really... I mean... The sloth tricked me!
Look how slowly she moves. She's not in a hurry.
But she keeps making me go fast!
Tattletale.
She drove the car and she got out the skateboard.
I don't know what you're talking about. We're not allowed to skateboard in the house.
Well, I don't know who started it. I know what I saw, and I caught you red-handed. And for that, you'll spend the afternoon in the penalty box.
Cheetah sits Sam at a small chair. Sloth lies upside down beside him.
Can't get into much trouble there.
This isn't fair!
I want you to sit there and think about what you did.
Cheetah exits.
Thanks for getting us punished.
I'm not the one who was speeding.
Yes, you were, and besides, you started it. If it weren't for you and that feather...
All I started was your imagination. You did the
This
rest.
stinks. The one day I get to stay home and I'm stuck in a penalty box.
We could read.
I don't want to read.
I may be slothful, but I am not lazy. I'm going to read a book.
Sloth reads a book about birds. She reads while holding the book upside down.
You can't read like that.
Like what?
Upside down.
Oh,
Sloth turns the book around and continues to read very slowly. She audibly responds to the book. Sam reluctantly picks up a stack of books, but instead of enjoying them, he speed reads, tossing the books aside one after the other as he reads them.
Don't do that.
What?
You can't read like that.
Like what?
That fast.
Yes, I can.
You're making too much noise.
This isn't a library.
No one can read that fast.
I'm speed reading.
That's not a thing.
Yes, it is. You move your eyeballs from side to side like this. That way you see all the words and you can check out a lot more books and win the prize in the library for reading the most books in a single school year.
Do you look at the words or just the pictures?
I mostly look at the pictures. I get a better idea of the story that way.
But the words tell the story.
When you speed read, the words are kind of blurry. They zip by like this, zoom, zip, zooey. So I don't always catch them.
Then you're not really reading.
Oh.
What good is a book if you're not really reading it? A good book can tell a story. It can teach you something, like this one.
Sloth holds up a bird book for everyone to see.
That's cool. What is that?
A peregrine falcon. He's the fastest animal in the whole animal kingdom.
How fast?
Read it.
A peregrine falcon is a bird with a blue-gray back, a black head, and a mustache. That's funny. A bird with a mustache. The peregrine is known for its speed, reaching over 200 miles an hour when it hunts. I never knew that.
Read another one.
Sam reads green eggs and ham.
Do you like green eggs and ham? I do not like them, Sam I am. Hey, that's me. Who makes me green eggs and ham?
Read another.
Sam reads a very hungry caterpillar.
On Monday, he ate through one apple, but he was still hungry. On Tuesday, he ate through 2 pears, but he was still very hungry.
I'm hungry.
Me too.
We've been playing a long time. It's
Sloth looks at the clock.
SSL.
It's not SSL. That's 7:55. No wonder I'm starved.
Sam fishes out his breakfast sandwich from under the bed and shares it with Sloth.
Careful, it might have mold.
Not yet. Mold's slow, like me. It doesn't grow in an hour.
Sam eats very fast. Sloth chews slowly.
Your goo makes yummy breakfast.
I love breakfast when I have time to eat it.
What's this?
I don't know. I ate it so fast I didn't really taste it.
That's too bad because it's pretty delicious.
I never realized I do everything so fast.
It's a good thing you have me.
Sloth takes another bite. Then very slowly, as if her mouth is stuck together.
I think it's a waffle with peanut butter and honey.
I wish I ate mine more slowly.
PB and H. Peba.
That's my favorite breakfast.
This is so yummy. I'm gonna chew even more slowly.
Sam watches Sloth chew, bite, chew, bite, and chew. It takes a long time. Sam is jealous he has nothing left to eat. Maybe he picks through the empty bag for crumbs. Meanwhile, Naughty enters in her wheelchair and turns everything right side up. Naughty exits.
Maybe you should slow down too.
I can't. I'm so tired in the morning that I have to hurry to get to school. Then when I'm there, there's so much to learn, so many books to read, I have to speed through them. At lunchtime, I rush through my sandwich because there's not enough time on the playground. Then after school, I go to music lessons and ice skating, and some nights, there's homework too.
Just thinking about it makes me need a nap.
Sloth climbs to the upper bunk.
Don't sleep, Sloth. What am I going to do?
Talk to your goos. Tell them you want to slow down.
They won't listen. They're super fast too.
There has to be someone.
Yoo-hoo!
Grandma Nani.
Sam scrambles into the bed. Naughty enters slowly.
May I come in?
Naughty wears a red baseball cap with feathers stuck in it and a referee's whistle around her neck.
I heard you were homesick today.
Yeah, I am.
Sam pretends to cough and sneeze.
Are you feeling better?
Maybe a little better.
Well, I brought you some rice pudding. It's good to eat a little something when you're sick.
My pudding usually comes in a cup.
Well, this is better. Try it.
Sam tastes it.
It's good.
That's because it takes a long time to make, and I cook it with a lot of love.
Sam eats.
He's so fast, Sam. Slow down. Savor it. Taste the cinnamon and the cream. There's even raisins hiding in there.
Thanks, Nani.
You're very welcome. Now, are you feeling well enough to play a little?
I wish I could play soccer, but since I'm sick, I can't.
Well, neither can I.
I'd really like to ride my bike,
Well, you could ride with me.
but you can't go fast, so it's not so fun.
I can make believe.
You can, but you're old.
That doesn't mean I can't pretend. Come on, climb aboard.
Sam climbs into Nani's imaginary car.
Here we go.
Nani accelerates and they speed downhill to a stop.
Hang on, we're going down a big hill. Woo, that was fun.
A bird sings outside the window.
What was that?
Nani rolls over to the window and looks outside.
Oh, it's a scarlet tanager.
Nani motions for Sam to come over. Slowly and silently, they are still. They listen to the beautiful bird songs. They whisper.
Look at her red feathers and her black wings.
I never saw her before. She's a good singer. How do you know her name?
Because a scarlet tanager nested outside my window when I was your age. I listened to her song every morning. And then one day my father gave me a book about birds. And I read it from cover to cover until I could name every bird in our yard.
Oh, I have a bird book too.
Sam shows Nani the book.
Oh, that's not just any bird book. This is this exact same book my father gave me when I was your age. Oh, after all these years.
They look through it.
Oh, look, there she is.
Nani whistles like the tanager.
Do another.
I hear a lot of birds out your window today. Can you make bird sounds too? Can I hear your bird calls? Listen, Sam. Listen to how beautiful they are.
Nani, you're a copycat.
It's called mimicking. A lot of animals do it too.
Sometimes I pretend like that.
Sam gets the stuffed animal snake. He slithers slowly.
Snakes are slow, but they strike fast. Can you do a cheetah?
Sam is a cheetah.
Cheetahs creep quietly, cloverfully closing in on their prey.
Sam slinks silently like a cheetah.
Then they run really fast and catch their prey.
Sam hangs upside down on the bunk bed.
Look at me, Nani, I'm a sloth.
Oh, how do I look upside down?
You look like you're rolling on the ceiling.
See, we can have fun pretending even when you're sick.
I'm kind of pretending about that too.
What do you mean? Sam? Are you pretending something that you shouldn't?
Yeah.
Oh, well, you can tell me.
I'm not really sick.
But you were sneezing terribly.
I was, but not because I was sick. It was because my nose got tickled by a feather.
Oh, like this?
Achoo! This morning, Sloth did it.
The sloth you were pretending to be?
No, the real one who lives in the top bunk.
Up here.
You don't go over there.
Oh, I'll be gentle.
She's probably sleeping.
Oh, she probably is. Sloths do sleep a lot.
But not because they're lazy.
No?
It's just because nature made them that way. When they're sleeping, they're also doing lots of other stuff, like dreaming and making up stories.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Sloth tells me bedtime stories. She's very good at it.
Oh, I like stories.
Sloth reads books when I'm at school.
Oh, she does?
She says reading is the perfect thing to do when you're just hanging around.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Sounds like Sloth and I have a lot in common. Are you sure I can't meet her?
She doesn't like strangers. She's very shy.
Well, do you think she would like some rice pudding?
Probably. She likes most things that are really slow.
Well, I'm slow. Slow as mold.
How come?
Well, I wasn't always, but I'm old now, and when you get old, you slow down. But the funny thing is that the more you slow down, the more time you seem to have. Now I have time to make rice pudding.
So if you're little like me, you're fast, and if you're big, you're old and small?
Not exactly. Some animals are fast all the time, like the hummingbird, and some are slow all the time, like the sloth. But most animals, like the cheetah and the snake, are fast and slow, depending on the job.
Like me, I run fast at school, but when I'm home with you, being slow is just as fun.
When I first began to be slow, I didn't like it, but now I'm used to it.
If you're real slow and real quiet, maybe you can meet the sloth.
Naughty rolls over to the bed and ever so slowly and quietly, but she can't reach the top bunk from her wheelchair.
Oh, I can't reach.
She's sleeping anyway.
Well, you should get some rest too.
But I'm not sick.
Well, you can't go to school now. It's too late for that.
Do I have to stay in my room all day?
I guess not. But you should do something to make up for the lost time, since you're not sick.
We could read some more,
That's a good idea.
and you can teach me more about birds.
How about we go outside and see if that scarlet tanager is still out there?
Sam gets on his skateboard and sprints for the door.
Well, yeah, let's go.
Not so fast. If you run like that, you'll scare away all the birds.
Oh, I forgot.
Sam runs to the door.
Not so fast. I can't keep up.
I'm sorry, Nani. I'm just so used to going fast that I have to practice going slow.
Well, remember how slow you were to get out of bed this morning?
Oh yeah, I do like going slow.
Sam stands next to Nani and waits for her. Behind them, Sloth crawls out of the hiding place and joins them, with her hands on the handlebars of the wheelchair.
How about we go together?
Nani reaches out her hand and Sam takes it.
Nice and slow.
Nani reaches her free hand behind her and puts it on Sloth's arm. Sloth puts her arm on her shoulder as lights fade. End of play.
Alright, we're going to transition and we're going to move our actors up here. I just wanted to, before I turn the time over to Mohanra, I just wanted to tell you just a little bit about our process. We took this play on Tuesday to Hillcrest Elementary School. We did a reading for 44 first graders, and then they made a lot of suggestions. Among other suggestions, we used to have it used to be a jaguar, and one of the boys pointed out that a jaguar is actually slower than a cheetah, so it now has become a cheetah. And so he was absolutely right. So we made some other changes. We've continued to develop it. We've been rehearsing at least 2 hours a day for the last 5 days. And so with the expert responses from our first graders, we've continued to develop the piece, and we've also actually done a little bit of changing in the casting. The play is written so that all of the roles can be played by either male or female, and so our Sloth and our Sam changed roles, and our grown-up person and our storyteller also changed so that the playwright could hear some different responses. So let me turn the time over to Mohanra, and I should also introduce, this is our playwright, this is Lojo Simon. And we'll turn the time over to you.
Again, I'm Mohanra Stewart. I'm the dramaturg. That's a fancy word for person who helps with play. This week we've been trying to really give Lojo some good feedback, both from me and from John and from the elementary schoolers. But now it's your turn. And so, first of all, I'd just like to hear initial responses. What did you like about the play? Was there any moments or characters or anything of that sort that stood out?
It was funny because when you eat fast, it doesn't mean you don't taste it.
Oh, but do you think there's ever times in our lives where we are going so fast that we're not really paying attention to what we're doing?
Maybe.
Maybe. Can you go sit with Mommy, please? Thank you. What else? Yeah, Wendy.
The thing that I absolutely adore about this piece are the characters, and all of them. I'd have to say, the ones I fell in love with most first were Sam and the sloth, but I got to hear earlier in the week, and now honestly, just the jaguar and the grandma and the mom even. There's comedy and such a clear distinction between each of those characters, and I just found them enjoyable and especially the sloth and Sam, just really fun characters that we enjoy spending time with.
Wendy, you got to see it earlier this week. How has it changed or metamorphosed in your mind?
Yeah, that was fun. I saw most of the changes in the second half, and it just seemed like there was a little bit more action, and that it clipped along a little faster. So it just seemed really streamlined today. And not that it was terrible on Tuesday by any means, but it's fun to see the two comparisons, and it just seemed to clip right along, and I love that.
Lojo, tell us more about that process of revision, how that worked for you, and what made you change certain things, and what kind of insights that brought.
Well, when we were at the school, I was sitting behind the students, so I could see when they were paying attention and when they were kind of wiggling or losing interest. And Mahanra and I both identified that it was in that latter third that thing when Nani was on, that because she's so much slower, that everything slowed down to the point that we were losing them. So we identified that was the section that we needed to do the most work on. And so fortunately, we had the actors here, and they did a lot of improv, which basically, to be perfectly honest, just kind of solved all my problems, because everything that they came up with in improv, I was able to either use the things that they actually did. For example, we were doing one improv, and Christina was playing Sam, and when Nani came in, she pretended that she was sick, and I thought, of course Sam would pretend he was sick when Nani came in, and I hadn't had that at all, and I hadn't even thought about it, and so it was really easy for me to make the changes. And then, we just went along as a group, and it was a collaborative effort, and and so what you're seeing tonight was really was the result of a workshop.
Speaking of Nani, she's somebody who kind of changed a lot in that last third of the play. How did she land with all of you as audience members, the grandmother? She's somebody we worked on a lot. Hiram, do you have a comment?
The mom didn't have very much imagination. She was like, just go to school, and she was the only one who was busy and fast, and she wasn't mentioned very much.
So we have this really hectic character at the very beginning. He's pushing. And then how does Nani counteract that?
She's patient and understanding, and she helps explain why not to go so fast all the time.
Yeah.
So she's almost more motherly than his actual mom.
And I think this plays an interesting commentary on parenthood. As a young parent myself, or not so young anymore, these little kids right here kind of keep us moving. And sometimes I do feel that tendency to push, hurry, let's get out the door, you know, and
I'm the one who mentioned that not to be late for school.
yeah. And so so I think we get that as parents.
Along the same lines, Mahan, right? And I totally saw myself as a mom too. But now, I'm probably the only grandparent in the room. But now, as a grandparent, you are like Nani. I mean, when you have the kids over, they're often your only focus, and you're just there to slow down and spend time with them. And you're not like that as a parent, especially when they're young. And depends on if you're working and everything. It's so I related to both of those, and I just thought that was really interesting. And it's very true. That, I mean, it's not true probably for everyone, but generally speaking, grandparents, you grandparent way different than you parented.
Are there any other parents in the room who kind of could relate with that moment?
Absolutely. I have a 3-year-old, and she's just in this phase now where if we see a pretty flower on her walk, she stops and let's observe it and let's explore everything in our surroundings. And I'm like, okay, time, let's go. But after having this privilege to be a part of Lojo's play, no, I can take a minute. We can take a minute and really look at how pink this flower is. And I think that's a beautiful part of life.
Excellent. Kind of more exploring that theme, just the taking it slow. What did you notice the play did effectively to explore that? Yes, Hiram.
It should have been Mother Against Grandma.
Oh.
That was an action play.
Okay, we'll put that in the notes for next time.
Yeah.
Need a bigger cast.
Yeah. It's nice in Avengers.
Be safe.
Yeah, we all do have to be safe. That's right.
Sing this song.
But did anybody find any of the moments particularly effective in exploring that theme?
I really like the cheetah pulling them over for speeding, just like that contrast of the different ideas, especially with the cheetah. Like, you're going too fast, even though I'm the fastest animal.
Yeah.
I kind of liked when the sloth ate the sandwich really, really super
That's
slow
my favorite
because
moments.
I feel like I've been in that situation, especially with my siblings, where you eat so fast and then you realize, oh wait, I should have enjoyed that, and then there's always that one sibling that's like, I'm gonna eat this super slow so that you have to watch me. So it was a nice
Yeah, I think one of the things that we learned in this process was to make sure that we gave enough weight to those slow moments, because I tend to be on the fast side, and I was missing those until we slowed down enough to play with this that they really sort of popped out, and the director said, it's the contrast is what makes them so interesting, because you go fast, and then the slow is just so slow. And I imagine this to just take so long that everybody starts to laugh in the audience, because there's this chewing and chewing and chewing. I mean, I'd love to see it go on for a minute, with no dialogue, just to see how long we can possibly stretch it.
One thing you always have to be aware of, especially in children's theater, is the audience. What kind of audience do you have? In your mind, what's the target audience for this? But also, who else do you think would enjoy the play, which you normally wouldn't typically? Because I heard a lot of laughter tonight. There are a lot of adult.
With the kindergarten, but I like the fact with the contrast between the two adult characters. I made the adults relate really quickly. I even found myself relating to the sloth a lot. It's like, I feel that way sometimes. You want to go to work. You don't want to go to work. You just want to take your time. And so it's a nice adult where the adults can enjoy with the kids.
Yeah. And I think that's important for families to be able to come to a certain kind of play together. I know my son and I went to Milk Dragon together in that here in this theater actually, and it was just really delightful because I felt like we were both enjoying it, we were both engaged, and so I think Lojo's done a good job where she's written this on several levels that way.
Well, I don't think you should talk down to kids just because they're little. I mean, they won't get every joke, but as long as they get the gist of it, and there's something there for everybody, I think is important.
Yeah.
I want to be a slob.
A slob or a sloth?
Slob. Slob. I want to be a mermaid.
All right. At this point, let's just kind of open it up for questions for Lojo. See if is there anything you'd like to ask her about her process, about writing this particular play? Anything burning? Yeah.
Did you start with that idea? It's good to slow down sometimes and actually experience life. Did you start with that idea?
I did start with the
Yeah.
idea. There was a book that was very important to me when I was raising my kids called The Hurried Child. And I mean, my kids are in their 20s, so it's not a new book, but it's one that always stuck with me. And because my kids went to college prep schools and, and they were involved, but it felt like they weren't doing half as much as all the other kids around them and all the moms running and dads running around and everything. And I noticed as they went through college and now are young adults that they're trying to figure out that balance, how much should they work, how much time they should take off. And as they try to sort through that, I have a little bit different perspective. And so I was really interested in exploring that. And in terms of the specifics of the story, I was looking back last night to try to figure out, where that came from. And frankly, I don't even remember. It just, I guess I just had this idea for the main character, and then I must have started with the main character and the sloth, but I didn't have any notes or anything. The only thing in my computer I had was the first draft of the play.
So I know, Lojo, that you're found quite a bit of success as just a regular playwright, I guess. Sometimes I hate the distinction between TYA and regular, but what was the motivator to take on a youth piece?
Well, I thought it'd be fun, and I tend to write these very heavy dramas, so I've been trying to write more comedies lately, just so I don't bum myself out. But also, I had a creative drama class when I was in my MFA program, and the professor became a friend of mine, and so it was in that class that I wrote my first piece, and we did it in a little reading format at the end of class, and it was really fun, and I liked it, and she encouraged me and said, this is you have a good voice for this kind of audience, and so I think I've written three or four so far, and I write a lot of 10-minute plays too, because I like the instant gratification that comes with that. And so this was actually easier than a full-length play, and easier because I had to get to the essence of what I was trying to say. Because if I didn't get it, if I didn't know what I was trying to say, which is often the case in the longer pieces, then I just couldn't do it. So I had to really hone in what I was doing, and so it feels really good.
Do you have a question for Lojo Hiram?
So did you get this play from your life?
Sort of. I sort of did. I think that my kids were sometimes too rushed, but I don't think I was really like Goo. I mean, I hope I wasn't. Maybe some days I was.
Right. Any other burning questions? Awesome. Thank you
so
for your
much.
time.
This whole experience has been just delightful all week long, so I really appreciate all your support and input, and all of yours too, of course.
If we could have one more hand for Lojo and the cast.
Thank you very much for joining us tonight.
Thank you.